One of the core beliefs, not only for this podcast, also in my personal life, is community. One of the members of the Southside community, Danny Goldman, an off duty Chicago police officer, was shot in the early hours of Saturday morning on July 9th, and Danny is now paralyzed from the waist down. He was shot after the Papa Hops 16-inch softball tournament fundraiser. The Tom Hopkins Foundation provides support to local athletics and assists families who have been affected by cancer. Danny de-escalated a fight that happened at Sean Rhino Bar on Western when he was shot. I know Danny. I don't know him very well, but I've had the pleasure of serving him while bartending. I went to high school with his brother. And honestly, guys, the way that the South Side of Chicago works is everyone truly knows everyone, and everyone in some way, shape, or forms is friends with one another. And when something good happens, we all feel it. And when something terrible happens, everyone in the community feels it. I know for myself personally, I've been in a terrible headspace kind of since finding out about the news of this when I woke up on Saturday morning. I've been trying to find the light in this very dark time right now. And the small glimmer of light I keep coming back to is community, is the South Side of Chicago coming together in a way that truly is unlike anything else out there. I hate that it has to be in tragedy that makes me truly appreciate how grateful and proud I am to not only be from here, but to be a part of this community as well. I mean, guys, like, I'm going to pull this up really quick. I'm filming this on July 13th. It is a Wednesday, okay? And they started a GoFundMe page for Danny for the medical bills that he'll have for the change of life that he'll have to go through, okay? They started this GoFundMe page one day ago, okay? And it is at a little over $900,000 as of 2 p.m. And I know that by the time that this podcast comes out on Thursday, that number is going to probably be at the $1 million mark. I want to read a little piece of what Danny's fiance, Casey, had posted on Facebook. And she said, "They really don't make them like Danny. I can't believe he's real sometimes. The happiest, most genuine person I've ever met in my life. He has made me the best version of myself over the last 5 years. He lights up the room with that smile that never ends." His famous and most favorite quote to me is, "If it was easy, everyone would do it. Keep smiling because this pain does not last forever." Just when I thought three cowards could take away my sanity and the person who means the most to me, Danny was still there to tell us all he wasn't going anywhere. Danny, you have the backing of the whole Southside community and so many more people out there. I mean, dude, you got Tom Brady in your corner. And Danny, let's be real, no one is more stubborn than a Southside Irishman. No one is going to tell you what you can and cannot do. So right now, use some of that Irish stubbornness to your advantage, okay? To Danny, to the Golden family and his fiance, Casey, know that all of you guys are in our thoughts, are in our prayers. And Casey and Danny, you guys will dance again. And I look forward to seeing that video when it happens. So cheers to fighting like a Golden. If anyone can do it, Danny, it's you, okay? This week has been really heavy on me, and I know I'm not alone in that. From the Highland Park shooting that happened on the 4th of July to 68 people shot and 8 killed across Chicago over the 4th of July weekend. Guys, the CNN headline literally reads, "Chicago's 4th of July weekend death toll surpasses the Highland Park shooting." And then to Danny, an off-duty Chicago police officer being shot. I have been racking my brain on what it is we can do, like what is it that I can do? But the two biggest questions that I keep coming back to in regards to all of the tragedy that has just been surrounding this community lately is I have these 2 questions, and the 2 questions are, how do you teach empathy? And how do you make people care? How do you make people care to want to make lasting change? I hope we get the people in power to see what's happening to the citizens of this community as human beings and not just another number in a stat sheet that comes across your desk on a Monday morning of what the death count was or what the shot total was in Chicago over the weekend. How do you teach morality? How do you teach how do you get people in positions of power to care more about the human lives that they serve compared to the money that's going into their pockets? And the truth of the matter is, guys, is I don't know. I don't know. On Saturday night, I had a very interesting conversation with a man in his 60s that I've never met before. I was serving him, and I'm not even sure how the conversation came about, but he said to me, "You can either be a part of the problem or the solution." And I choose to be a part of the solution. I said to that man after having just the worst feeling, just terrible that day, right? Um, of crying and trying not to cry. I looked that man in the eyes and I said, "You have no idea how much I needed to hear this. Um, you were meant to be here tonight. I was meant to serve you because I needed to have this conversation. So thank you." I am choosing to be a part of the solution in the city. I don't know what it looks like. I don't. But I will continue to put myself out there to try to be a part of the solution. And man, I know that I have people who listen here who maybe aren't from Chicago, um, but I know you probably have things happening in your community too. But for the people in the community that I'm a part of, like, guys, I don't know what that change looks like. I don't know what the solution to the problem is, but I know that I am willing to be a little uneducated to figure it out. If someone listening has ideas or places where I can get started, where any of us can get started, where we as a community, you know, can come together, please reach out to me because I am choosing to be a part of the solution moving forward. I don't want to leave. You know, like for the last 2 years obviously things have been really heavy on everyone, right? And I know there are people that have left Chicago and left the neighborhood that I'm been a part of, and you have to do what you have to do, and I totally understand that. The more I talk to people who are from all over the country, you can't go from one community to the next and think that that problem isn't in that community, because the issue is we're all facing very similar problems right now. It's not just on the south side of Chicago. It's it's everywhere. So we can't think that moving away and hiding away is going to solve the problem. It's not solving the problem, it's avoiding the problem. We need to come together as a community and we need to realize that the fighting with each other isn't going to work. The pitting one bad guy against another is not going to work. We need to come together and work together because nothing is going to change unless we come together. We need to come together. We need to work together. I know for me, like I love Chicago. I hate it right now, but I love it. And I want to be here. I want to one day have a family. And I hope that one day, if God willingly I have children, my kids can feel the same sense of community that I felt growing up, where they can walk down the street and know that they know someone on every block, that if anything were to go wrong, someone has their back, that they not only have their family and their friends, but they have the backing of a community behind them that wants to look out for them, that wants them to do well. That is not going to happen if we don't fix this, and we can't. It needs to be for part of it's for us, right? Like I want to be able to go outside and not be worried about being shot at. like, that's the truth. I drive in my car now and all I do is pray. Like, I just ask for protection the entire time I'm driving in my car. The entire time I go to take a walk, 'cause I love taking walks, but I just ask for protection every time I go somewhere. And that's something that I think most people feel now because it's happening everywhere. It's everywhere. It's not just in the bad communities that it was once in. It's guys, it's everywhere. And we need to find a way to come together to to find to and to realize that this is all of our home and we all want to stay here and we need to come together to figure out what can be done. What is the solution to making our home feel safe again? Because no one feels safe anymore. No one. I don't know any person that feels safe. I don't. At least not in my community. I'm gonna choose to be a part of the solution. I don't know what it looks like. I don't know what it entails, but I know that I will figure it out.